Alright, good morning YouTube. This is Brian again. I've had a couple people ask me to do a review on some of my deer rifles. There's nothing spectacular or custom about any of them. I guess a lot of my friends and stuff like that just like them because they're oddball calibers. They're kind of way overkill for here in Virginia. This one here is a Ruger M77 Hawkeye. It's chambered in 338 Win Mag. This one, there's nothing special about it at all. It's just all completely stock. I haven't done anything to it, which it's a deer rifle, so you're really not going to do anything to it. I guess I'll just go over, I guess how it performs, things that I like about it, anything that I don't like about it. I mean, that's really all I can do. Again, I'm not really sure why they want to know about some of my deer rifles, other than I guess some of them are odd caliber guns. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get down to it. Like I said, this one's a Ruger M77 Hawkeye. It's chambered in 338 Win Mag. One of the things I did notice right after I bought this gun, I got it about 2 years ago, I guess. I had a 338 before this one, and I didn't like it at all. So I sold it and got this one, but neither here or there. This one actually has a really pretty wood stock on it compared to some of my other M77s. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big Ruger fan. Have been for a few years. Growing up, I mean, it used to be if you had a Ruger, like when I was growing up, if you had a Ruger, you actually had something. It's kind of like having a Browning now, or a nice high-end Browning now. So I think that's, my dad always had Rugers, so I think that's why I kind of went the same route. Like I said, some of my other M77s, the wood isn't as pretty as this one. The grain really stands out on this rifle, which I really do like. It's almost kind of too pretty to take it out and beat the crap out of it in the woods, but it's a hunt rifle, so it's not that big of a deal. One thing I did notice in my checkering, I know these aren't hand done. I know they're machine done from Ruger, but mine has a bunch of little imperfections in the diamonds, which I love. I do like imperfections in wood. I like wormholes, knots, stuff like that. It just kind of makes it stand out a little better. And makes it unique. Let's see here. The scope that I got on this gun is nothing crazy, nothing really extravagant. It's just a little Nikon. I think this one is the Buckmaster, I believe. Here, let's see. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, this one's the Buckmaster 39x40 BGC. Nothing special about it at all. I have this gun sighted in at 200 yards. I guess we'll get to that here in a minute with the ammo. One thing I did notice about this gun that I kind of didn't like when I got it, but it's all just, it's personal preference stuff. All my other, or not all of them, but almost all my other M77s, the bolt and the charging hand, or the bolt handle, they're like high polished steel or high polished chrome or whatever you want to call it. They're really nice, pretty shiny. Where this one, you can see it's kind of like an all-weather color. It's kind of dull. The trigger's same way, where on some of my other M77s, it's like a silver color. That's not a big deal. I mean, that's just, like I said, that's just personal preference stuff. Another thing I noticed that was a little different on this gun compared to my some of my other M77s, and I don't know if that's because this is a bigger caliber. The width of the trigger on this gun is a lot thicker, which I like. I have big hands, so my finger pad fits on this a little better since it's thicker. I do like some of my other Hawkeyes don't have the Ruger logo down on the floor plate, which I kind of do like. It is pretty. Let's see here. Okay, well, I guess we'll get into the ammo. Like I said, there's nothing special about this gun at all. Why they want me to do a video on it is beyond me. What I shoot out of this gun is Remington core locks. 338 Win Mag, 250 grain, if I can get the light right. 250 grain, there she is. This is what she is. Alright. Nothing special about these. They shoot really well out of my gun. I have these things are making like 1.5 inch groups, which is plenty good enough to kill a deer, shoot a deer through the shoulder. One thing that I did notice with this gun, which I shot 200 grain out of my old 338, and these are 250, so these are obviously a little heavier. This gun, you really don't want to shoot a deer through the shoulder with it. Like I said, I'm here in Virginia, so, you know, our whitetails are normal size, but they're nothing like huge. This gun is way overkill for a whitetail. But to get back to this bullet with a deer, you don't really want to shoot a deer in the shoulder with this 250 grain. I don't know if it's the bullet or what would really be different. I shot 2 does with this through the shoulder. It completely destroyed them. I could take my fist and fit it all the way through the deer and never hit meat. This gun sighted in with this 250 grain ammo is strictly a neck or above gun. It's a neck or a headshot gun, which doesn't really matter because a lot of the stuff I do hunt, I always try to shoot in the neck or the head anyway. It just means this is not going to be a deer driving gun now, which we'll get to that gun here in another video. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing extravagant about this gun. I really do like it. I've had it for a couple years now. I've killed a few deer with it. It performs really good. I haven't had any problems with it at all. I guess for anybody that doesn't have one, it's the same controls as any other M77. To take the bolt out, just like any Mauser action, pretty much. Bolt release is here on the side. You just take the lever, pull it out like so. Alright, pull it out like so. Bolt will come out, and the end of the story on that. I guess one thing that I can get into, this will be the last thing, back to the ammo, and then we're done, I promise. A lot of people think that this 338 here is something extravagant. They think that when you hear 338, it's a huge round, it's going to break your shoulder, people are scared of it. They're not that bad, people. I do have a couple other heavy game rifles. I got a 4570, I got a 375 H&H. This gun is nothing compared to those. This one is not that bad. Excuse me. You do have to hold on to it, but it's not going to break your shoulder. I mean, you're not going to take this out and shoot it all day long by any means. I get about 4 or 5 shots to it, and then my shoulder is starting to hurt to where I don't want to. It's not fun anymore. And on top of that, these 338 rounds aren't all that cheap anyway. I know there's not a price on here anywhere. No. These Remington core locks, 250 grain, they're $70 a box of 20. They're $69.99 for a box of 20 for these shells, so you're not going to take this out and just plink with it on a Saturday anyway. But I just wanted to clarify that up. These are not what people make them out to be. All right, this is not that bad of a gun. It is way overkill for around here for anything that you're going to do with it. Really, for anything that you're going to do with it here in Virginia, it's way overkill. But I just wanted to clarify that up. It's not that bad of a rifle. It does kick a lot, but it's not going to break your damn shoulder like the movies and everybody makes it out to be. All right, well, if you have any questions about it, just comment below. I'll do what I can to help you. I'm not sure what questions you would really have about it. Let me know how I'm doing on YouTube. I'm still really new. Don't know a whole lot on how my performance is doing, if my information is helpful or not, if anything like that. So just let me know. All right, thank you. Have a good day.